Just a stone's throw from the Pacific Ocean, the Takeya Showcase continues its week-long event here in Newport Beach, California at Championship Court. Is happy to be bringing you the coverage. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the tennis clubs at Newport Beach. Dave Benz alongside Hannah Johns. Rob Cassidy will be along in a little bit, and it's been another fun week, Hannah, here on the PPA Tour.
Absolutely. We've seen so many matches go to 3 games, some incredible fights out there on court. Riley Newman and Tyson McGuffin coming off of gold and silver wins at the last 2 tournaments, so we're looking forward to seeing what they could do here today.
We'll see them as part of the coverage here today. We will also culminate our coverage later on this afternoon with the mixed doubles gold medal match. And of course, the PPA Tour season is in full swing right now. Here's a look at the upcoming calendar. Rocky Mountain Championship is next, then the New You see there, Orlando, Las Vegas, and Texas.
Absolutely. We're so excited about the end-of-year events. We've got some massive ones coming up. The Orlando Cup is taking place at the USTA National Campus, one of our best venues yet. We are super excited to bring you that.
All these venues have been great, including the venue here today in Newport Beach, and we're excited to get our coverage underway. Don't go anywhere. Our first match of the day coming your way after this quick timeout here on Championship Court. Getting ready for the mixed doubles gold medal match. And we've seen this matchup before. Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright will take on Simone Jardim and Ben Johns. Best 3 games out of 5 to decide this championship. Ben Johns and Simone Jardim got here by beating Smith and Deacon. Kovalova and Wright beat Parento and Newman to get here. And this game, this match again, will be best 3 games out of 5, not best 2 out of 3. Last time they were in Pebble Beach here in April, Simone Jardim and Ben Johns won gold, although that time they beat Lindsay and Riley Newman, the brother-sister team, for the championship. This was actually the semifinal matchup back in April here in Newport Beach. Kovalova and Wright against Jardim and Johns. Kovalova and Wright did fall to Jardim and Johns at the Orange County Cup back at the end of June down the road in San Clemente. So Simone and Ben, they are a fantastic team. There's a reason why they're #1 ranked in the world. And they have never lost in the mixed doubles final. And we are going to have the start of this match coming up after this timeout. Stay with us here on Championship Court. So here we go. Final instructions being given for our mixed doubles gold medal match. And let's talk a little bit about the participants in this match. Matt Wright, we saw him earlier on Championship Court alongside Ben Johns, as they are teammates in the men's doubles in this tournament. They advance to tomorrow's championship match. Matt Wright, 4 PPA titles thus far. He has been fantastic, and most of his success has been alongside his playing partner, longtime partner Lucy Kovalova, both of them playing out of Wichita, Kansas. And Lucy was kind enough to join us earlier today on our coverage from the broadcast booth here on Championship Court. And Lucy said she feels like maybe they are on the verge of a breakthrough against Simone Jardim and Ben Johns. Lucy, 16 titles on the PPA Tour, and you see the earnings of over $82,000. And they will take on the team that has never lost in the mixed doubles on the PPA Tour. Ben Johns, world's #1 ranked male. He'll play for the men's doubles championship as well as the men's singles championship tomorrow. And no male has won more PPA titles than the 32 amassed by Ben Johns to this point. And his playing partner, Simone Jardim, is, of course, in her own right, one of the most well-decorated pickleball players in history. Simone having another fantastic season with the paddle. 32 titles for her, over $110,000 in earnings for the native of Brazil. And this one should be a whole lot of fun, and we are going to have the start of the match coming up after one final timeout. Stay with us right here on Championship Court.
All right, we're about to start, so let's welcome our great players here. Lucy.
So here we go. Mark Thomas, your lead official for this. And Don Stanley will be also helping officiate this mixed doubles championship match. Ben Johns
15 seconds, guys.
and Simone Jardim. And your far court, Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright are in the near court. And you see the path that they took to get here. Jardim and Johns, they did get a round one bye.
Game one, time in. 0-0-2.
And we are ready to go. 0-0-2. Simone Jardim begins this gold medal match. Best 3 games out of 5. And
Point.
Matt Wright hits it into the net, so an early lead here for Jardim and Johns.
1-0-2. Side
Ben
out.
Johns hits that one long. Simone so happy to let Ben take whatever shots he wants when they're sharing the court together playing mixed
0-1-1.
doubles. And
Second serve.
Kovalova unable to get that one, so we'll move to the second serve.
0-1-2.
0-1-2. Off the net, John's able to catch up to it. And then the
Side out.
ATP. How about that execution out of Simone? Simone Jardim.
1-0-1.
That was really impressive. And then
Point.
Simone gets Matt in the head. So it will be a point.
2-0-1.
You see Ben kind of experimenting with
Point.
some unique serves and another point. Interesting that Ben really only kind of goes to this unusual
3-0-1.
serve in the mixed doubles. Doesn't break it out as much in the singles or the men's doubles. The Ernie by Matt Wright, but Ben was ready for it.
Second serve.
John's unable to catch up to that one. Cut in front of Simone. And that'll move us to 3-0-2. Pretty good crowd has made its way into championship court for this one. Wright goes
Point.
up to get it, but hits it long. Bear in mind, Johns and
4-0-2.
Jardim are on the side of the court that everybody agrees has been the more difficult side to play here today, the way the winds have been going. So to be able to build a
Side out.
lead from that side is very favorable for their fortunes, perhaps, for this
0-4-1.
match overall, but a long ways to go in the best 3 games out of 5. And the serve finally back over to Wright and Kovalova.
Second serve. 0-4-2. Net. Second. 0-4-2.
Serve as I caught a part of the net. Simone
Point.
unable to dig out that second one. And finally, Wright and Kovalova are on the board.
1-4-2.
Lucy trying to go around the post,
Side
but
out.
unable to get it in.
4-1-1. Second serve.
Johns now will take over the serve.
4-1-2.
Right, a couple opportunities to try and close it, can't. Then goes to the finesse game, then follows
Side
it
out.
with the power. Impressive sequence there from Matt Wright. Take another look at it, switched it up with the finesse, and then says, okay, now I can hammer it home. And they're going to ask him to take a look at the ball. And they're going to go ahead and throw that one into the crowd. It's not going to stay in the crowd for long, though. Poor hands.
One, 4-1.
So 1-4-1.
Point.
And Matt Wright able to get a second point is Rob Cassidy, who I mentioned
2-4-1.
about 10 times today was going to be joining us. Better late than never, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Second serve.
But I'm guessing the fact that you're late to the broadcast means good things for you. It means you were having,
2-4-2.
having a good day.
Great things.
Actually playing.
Oh, great things. Just like Matt Wright's hand speed.
Side out.
Matt Wright's hand's not great on that exchange as that'll set up the side out. But Rob Cassidy does join us here
4-2-1.
on the broadcast. And
Second serve.
that'll take us to the second serve.
Nice tense match we got going here.
Yeah, so how was your day here in Newport Beach?
Oh, it's fantastic. The venue's fantastic.
4-2-2.
The competition's top notch, and here we are watching world-class pickleball on center court at the Takeya Showcase. Can't ask for any more, man.
And you're still sweating, so
Yeah.
so you just finished a match.
Side out.
I am assuming.
Yeah, we took fifth in the men's doubles today, which is a great run with my partner Rob Nunnery. Beat a lot of
2-4-1.
good teams today, but no final for us today.
Well,
Unlike these four players who have seen each other a lot over
Second
the last
serve.
couple months.
yes, they have, and Ben Johns will force that to the second serve. They did, as I mentioned, they met here in Newport Beach in April, but that was
2-4-2.
actually in a semifinal. But they did play for each other in the against each other's in the finals in Atlanta, as well as the Orange County Cup in San
Side out.
Clemente. And that'll be a side out after Lucy hits it long. So Johns and Jardim
4-2-1.
trying to add to the early lead here.
Ooh.
Matt continues to go at Simone. Off the net, Simone trying for the
Second
ATP.
serve.
That time, unable to get it to go. You weren't. You just joined us a moment ago. Simone hit an amazing ATP
Right.
earlier in this
4-2-2.
game.
Yeah. It's still a game of unforced errors or a game of errors. You know, these players play as close to perfection as possible. But a lot of upper-level things going on right now. Ooh!
Right, puts
Side
it
out.
away.
Well, that's the type of shot that can get him fired up. As we know, this is a game of morale and momentum. And
2-4-1.
that shot right there is a nice little momentum builder for Team Wright Kovalova. Nice patience from Simone.
Second serve.
And that's it. That's the trick, you know, to have that patience, you know, keep the ball in play,
2-4-2.
to allow Ben to get his paddle on that ball. Oh, the lob. Woo!
Side out.
Simone able to force the side out.
We call that a
4-2-1.
hand battle when they reach that level, that stage of the game, when it's just pop, pop, pop. And a great hand battle between the ladies to get that side out. Ooh, Matt Wright getting big.
Lets that one go to Lucy.
Beautiful resets from Ben Johns.
The Ernie by Wright.
Oh!
Point.
Then the shot into the net by Wright, so it'll make it 5-2. I mentioned that they did meet in the final of the last PPA event at the
5-2-1.
Orange County Cup. It was 11-5, 11-9, 13-11.
Oh.
So Lucy and Matt would love to have a better start to this one.
Ben was tentative with that put away.
And then Matt
Point.
hits it long.
Woo! That's just good patience from, and probably one of the best lobs we've seen all weekend, where this ball lands and just, even with the
6-2-1.
topspin, that ball kicked off the ground. Great get from Lucy, but another point on the board for Team Jardim Johns. Oh, he gets it back.
Well defended by Ben.
Nice, Kovalova using her reach, getting low. Matt's on it. And here we go. Another great chess match here in the dink rally. Oh, the lob.
And Lucy
Point.
hits it long.
How about that? Another successful lob for a point on the board.
Timeout has been called by the
And that's
receiving
going to
team. The
result
score
in
is
a
7-2-1.
timeout
You have
being
1
taken
minute.
by Wright and Kovalova. Trailing 7-2 here in game one. We'll take a hydration break brought to you by our friends at Jigsaw Health. And her partner Ben Johns have built an early 7-2 lead. And Kovalova and Wright using a timeout. Trying
Time
to see
in.
if they can stop the
7-2-1.
momentum.
Ooh, little Ernie action, nice angle.
ATP defended by Simone, but then ultimately
Second serve.
the exchange won by Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova.
That's great pressure from Kovalova, right? That ATP
7-2-2.
at this level becomes their highest percentage and, most effective shot. So, yeah, he's got to pull the trigger on that. And props to Simone for getting it back. But that's where we are at this game and the evolution of this game, the ATP and the ATP defend.
Oh, how
Side
about
out.
the hands right there by Matt Wright? Quick hands never go out of style.
That's right. That's right. Great punish on Simone there. Ball back in their
2-7-1.
hands. That's a good timeout.
It's
Point.
going to be long, so it'll tighten up at 3-7. You almost feel like, Rob, if Lucy and Matt are really going to break through against
3-7-1.
Simone and Ben, I know it's a best 3 out of 5, but you almost feel like they need to win game one. They've got to set the tone.
Yeah. You got to come out strong, stay strong, finish strong. There's some good pressure right here. Can they get another point on the board? Getting those resets in. I love the word reset. Another lob.
How about that backhand by Simone?
Oh, and the miss hit, the dodgeball.
Second serve.
Simone still had to dive out of the way of it. Back along the fence.
I love it. I love to see dodgeball translate into the game of pickleball. Look at that. Oh, just miss.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Through the 5-hole.
3-7-2.
Simone entertaining the crowd with her commentary.
There's the drop from Matt. Sets his partner up. The follow-up. And then the reset. Here we go. Oh, he sets it up. Ben able to neutralize. Beautiful shot from Matt.
Nice finesse by Ben there, too.
The ladies firing away. Little reach.
Thought that one might have gone out of bounds.
Oh!
She hadn't hit it.
Side out.
And
about
so many
that?
times. I mean, Rob, I think that one was going to go out of bounds. Lucy didn't let it go, and then she puts the next one into the net. And now the serve back over to Johns and Jardim.
It was a great point.
7-3-1.
Nice example of Matt Wright's athleticism. Counting the ways that makes, the way he plays that makes him great. And one of them is how he moves so well. He makes that a forehand on that movement.
Misfire
serve.
there by Simone. We'll move to 7-3-2. Lucy talking some things over with Matt.
7-3-2. Side out.
So they force the side out. They'll get the serve back.
Kovalova coming out on top, pressuring that volley, or forcing that volley
3-7-1.
from Simone. Nice play.
They need to capitalize here.
Smooth shots from Ben.
There you go. They
Point.
get it to 4-7.
Climbing. No such thing as a big lead in pickleball, right, Dave?
4-7-1.
10-0's usually pretty good.
It's pretty good. That's a pretty good lead. I'll take that lead. Oh, the crack of Ben Johns.
Ben comes up to get it. Able to
The Ernie.
track that down with the backhand. How about this exchange by these two teams? Right, the backhand, the lob by Ben.
Off the bounce. Oh, the drop shot. And it's good.
Point.
So smart.
Wow.
Let's go. I love that point so much.
That entire exchange was fantastic.
The relentless firepower from Matt Wright into this great decision-making
You're
shot to
five.
take the ball away from Simone and Ben.
Correct, sir.
Way to end it. So good.
5-7-1.
2-point game, Dave.
Yeah, makes it 5-7-1.
Oh, tough
Second
ball.
serve.
And that'll move us to 5-7-2. And again, I know I said it, but I feel like if Kovalova and Wright win game one, Johns and Jardim still have a great chance to win the match. I feel like if
5-7-2.
Johns and Jardim win game one, Kovalova and Wright, their percentages it's a much steeper
Point.
road for them.
Yeah, you know, it takes 22 points to win a match. You know, 2 game. You know,
Well, 33 in this one. Yeah.
well, you're correct. It's a
6-7-2.
best of 5. You're absolutely right. That's my mistake. That it's not a best of 3 here. It's a friendly reminder. This is a best of 5. So we got a lot of pickleball coming. Good gracious. There it is.
Oh, great execution there
Side
by
out.
Ben.
Just brushes the ball so well.
He does. Now he's going to get the serve back. Momentum has shifted a little bit to Wright and Kovalova, but Johns and
7-6-1.
Jardim still have the lead.
Nice.
Second serve.
You know, Matt took that timeout. Matt and Lucy took that timeout just a little earlier,
7-6-2.
kind of neutralizing that momentum. And, you know, Matt knew that they needed to start minimizing those unforced errors. And that's exactly what we're seeing here is, you know, a lot less errors coming from Wright and Kovalova on this second half of this first game. A little high.
Ben was trying to thread
Point.
the needle. The second time's the charm, though. It was Kovalova. I didn't be able to dig that one out. So it'll move it to 8-6.
8-6-2.
See Matt generating that top spin.
Ben, nice range, able to track that down. Simone hits it wide, though.
Side out.
So serve back to Wright and Kovalova.
Best of 5, Dave.
6-8-1.
Matt Wright is working hard. I think you're right when you talk about really the need to take this first game if they want to really have a good ticket in this final.
Yeah, it's worth
Second
reiterating.
serve.
Simone and Ben have never lost in mixed doubles on the PPA Tour.
6-8-2.
It's an incredible fact.
Side out.
But the serve going to go back over to Johns and Jardim.
It's tough. It's a lot of court to miss there for a side out. A 2-point game now.
8-6-1.
Let's see where this goes. Oh,
Second
Oh.
serve.
Great aggressiveness there by Lucy.
beautiful execution. Setting herself up.
8-6-2.
The put away. Nice. You can see Matt Wright's got the game face going.
That does just catch the line for Matt Wright.
Pressure Simone. Keeps Ben in check.
And
the
then
put
Matt
away.
puts
Side
it
out.
away.
Nice. That was a very well designed, thought out point. Not only is Matt working hard, but he's working
6-8-1.
smart here.
And he's not forcing anything.
The lob out of the air. Oh,
Point.
That's going to be long, so it's suddenly just a 1-point game.
awesome, awesome. I hope all
7-8.
7
1.
games are like this. I'm just kidding.
7 games.
Oh, I'm hoping for extra innings at this
Second
point.
serve.
Move to 7-8-2.
7-8-2. Side out.
Ben, great job putting that right where Matt was going to have a hard time doing anything with it.
Yep.
8-7-1.
8-7-1. The drop. Beautiful. Oof.
Who's going to blink first?
Patience from both guys. And the poke from
Second serve.
Kovalova. That was the right one, you know, when the patience pays off and you're able to identify the one that you put away. It's just a beautiful,
8-7-2.
beautiful point.
She sped it up twice in that exchange.
You have 8. I'll repeat the score. 8-7-2.
And
Side
the
out.
serve going back over to Wright and Kovalova, a chance to draw even.
That was the first third shot drive that I've seen since we've sat down.
7-8-1.
It's been predominantly third shot drops.
Point.
And we are tied.
Little outlast there in the dink rally. Tied technically
8-8-1.
with the advantage to Wright and Kovalova as they're serving on the 1. Oh, she's got it.
Great job catching up to that by Simone.
Woo!
Second
And
serve.
Ben,
And that's it right there. That's the game plan. I mean, it was a perfect metaphorical point, but Simone keeping them in the point so that Ben
8-8-2.
can get a paddle on that ball. Simone also did a good job of not touching the net there.
Point.
As that would be a point over, as we know.
and now the lead goes to Wright and Kovalova, 2 points away from winning this first game.
Hey, oop.
9-8-2.
9-8-2.
Point.
Make it 10-8-2 and game point.
It's interesting. It's not the first time I've seen this match. Ben kind of, really not laying down the hammer on those overheads. He's kind of doing a little bit of a tentative placement on there.
10-8-2.
Interesting in that decision making.
Johns and Jardim had a 4-1 lead to start this game.
Oh,
Side out.
They will get the serve back, though, in an 8-10 hole.
certainly be a big hold for Kovalova Wright to keep them at 8. We'll see what happens.
8-10-1.
Off the net
Point.
and out.
And that'll make it 9-10.
Oof. Matt really looking to put this one in the books.
9-10-1.
Matt able to catch up to that one.
Ben and Simone appear to be in control here. Oh,
Ben
caught
gets
off
out
that.
of the
Second
way.
serve.
And it does catch the back line. Wow. So 9-10-2.
Huge hold here. Big point, critical point. Patience.
Side out.
And a counterpunch to hold them to 9.
Yeah, Simone went for the speed up. Lucy was ready for it, and now a chance again. Game point.
10-9-1. Point.
And
That's
there it
it.
is. Game 1
Awesome.
to Wright and Kovalova.
11-9. Yeah,
And
2
we
minutes
got a
switches.
match here in Newport Beach. Johns and Jardim are in an 0-1 hole in this best 3 out of 5.
Awesome, awesome stuff. Great perseverance from Wright and Kovalova. I mean, honestly, calling that timeout at what, 7-3? You know, and he really, you know, made this the determination that we got to minimize our unforced errors, and that's what they did. You know, easier said than done, but when you refocus on, you know, keeping the ball in play, making your opponents play, and not trying to play so perfect, you take the pressure off yourself and start playing with some definitiveness. So congratulations to Kovalova Wright for taking game 1 in this best of 5.
Game 2 coming up after this timeout on Championship Court. Back here in Newport Beach, California, and this crowd watching Kovalova and Wright win game 1. And we'll see whether or not they can keep the momentum going as they begin game 2 with the serve 0-0-2 and make it 1-0-2.
Great pressure from Matt Wright, carrying over the momentum from the previous match.
By the way, we're shown by some people from the PPA that the fans voted 73 to 27% that they expect Johns and Jardim to win this match. I don't know what the probability changes after game 1 going to Kovalova and Wright, but I would guess if you surveyed the fans, I would guess probably still 70% think Johns and Jardim will come back to win this thing. That's how dominant they have been.
Yeah, there's a lot of good belief in that team. And, you know, that game 1 that we kind of said was pretty essential in the success for Wright and Kovalova in this match. You know, that can also be a little bit of an example of poking the bear. What I expect in this match is we're going to see Ben Johns to start lighting up a little bit and doing what he needs to do to take control of this match.
I'll say this. Whoever wins this match, it's not going to be in 3 games.
Yeah.
I'd be absolutely
gonna be a
shocked if Kovalova and Wright swept this thing in 3.
Two.
There's plenty of room in this best of 5 for a lot of battle.
How about
Side
that?
out.
Yeah.
Ben Johns hits it right into the net, so we're going to go back to 1-1-1 with Kovalova and Wright getting the serve.
1-1-1. Second serve.
We'll move to the second serve. Lucy did tell me earlier today that she felt like her and Matt were starting to figure things out a little bit, and they felt like they had a chance to maybe get a breakthrough
1-1-2.
today.
Yeah, I like that. I like that that confidence and, you know, doing their homework and learning from past matches.
Side out.
That's important. It's the only way to get better.
Ben, though, finishes off their serve opportunity.
1-1-1.
So the side out gets it back to Johns and Jardim.
Huge.
Point.
So smooth. Interesting dynamic today, Dave, in this final, as all day today was men's doubles
2-1-1.
and women's doubles. You know, Simone was playing with Lucy all day in women's doubles. Ben was playing with Matt Wright all day in men's doubles. And now here they are at the end of the day in the mixed final. And a great
serve.
point by Matt Wright taking control.
Yeah, that is interesting to switch gears like that. There's no question. But they've done it so often. To them, it's
2-1-2.
like changing your shirt.
Yeah. The shirt change is strong in pickleball. Highly recommended.
Side out.
Stay dry out there, folks.
How many shirt changes you go through in a day?
Oh, my goodness. Today, I didn't even bring enough. I must have gone through 8 shirts today. Just
1-2-1.
sweating up a storm. A lot of good wins, though, Dave.
That's all that matters.
Second serve.
Lucy mishandles that backhand by Ben. So 1-2-2 early in game 2. This best 3 out of 5 gold medal match.
Oh,
Point.
great ball from Kovalova.
Ben would love to have that one back. He just missed it.
2-2-2.
Well, that's one of the interesting things in pickleball right now. You know, there's the forced error. Well, excuse me. There's an unforced error, but there's
Side out.
something you really see kind of often in pickleball is essentially what you could call a forced error. I mean, I feel Lucy kind of forced Ben to make that error.
2-2-1.
a stat that you'll see develop in pickleball as the statistics in pickleball grow.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I think
Yeah.
99 times out of 100, Ben probably returns that
Yeah,
shot.
100%. 100%. It's not easy to force Ben to do anything he doesn't want to do. Cross court between the ladies.
Johns interjects himself and gets the lead.
Huge poach. And that's just great diligent footwork. You can see Ben is in position, you know, the whole time during that exchange with the ladies. Like, that's just strong, diligent footwork from the patient male watching the ladies battle out. Wow.
And now 4-2 for Johns and Jardim.
4-2-1.
Nice.
Second serve.
The fearlessness of Kovalova going at Ben's sideline. That's something you need in a women's doubles partner,
4-2-2.
or a mixed doubles partner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The reset.
How about Lucy?
So good.
Staying right with it. And then the lob.
Oh.
Off the net.
Swings it to Matt. Matt's ready for another lob. Out of the air. Oh!
Nice deception there by Ben. Had Matt guessing the wrong way.
Smoky ball down the sideline of Matt Wright. Great point. And how about that, folks? This is
5-2-2.
This is a testament
You're
here,
good.
this final.
I'll recall the score.
The amount of lobs we've seen already.
5-2-2.
I mean, we've already met the quota, and it's only game 2, the beginning of game 2. Folks, don't forget about the lob and how it is one of the great shots of
Side
pickleball.
out.
Kovalova getting the serve back. Lucy and Matt down 2-5,
2-5-1.
but leading 1-0. The Ernie by Johns, well defended.
Oh,
Not
Second
that
serve.
time, the backhand winner.
the ill-advised boldness from Kovalova. Ben Johns is there, this time on his sideline. Oh, yeah. So good.
2-5-2.
2-5-2. Oh, a little skin
Point.
off Ben.
Johns just throws his hands in the air. Tell you, Wright and Kovalova, they came to play here today.
3-5-2.
Get it back to 3-5.
Side out.
The serve going back, though, to Simone and Ben.
And you see these guys really lifting that third shot. Dave.
5-3-1.
Lift is kind of is perceived as this derogatory term in pickleball, but lift allows for the correct trajectory for a great third shot drop. And, you know, as we know, a great third shot drop is so that we can take the net. So really, you know, better to be
6-3-1.
high than low. Better to be an inch high than an inch low when we're talking with the net. Oh, that's a great pressured third right there.
Second serve.
Goes for a lot on that cross court, though.
That'll move us to the second serve.
6-3-2.
Oh, man. That's rough for Lucy. It just hits the net and then catches her in the face. And
Lucy,
to
you're
add injury to insult, it's also going to be a point for Johns
Timeout has
and
been called by the
Jardim.
receiving team. The score is
Off the
7-3-2.
white tape
You
and
have
into
1
her
minute.
cheek. That's a tough ball. It's impossible to anticipate, and you get the full-fledged force of that plastic spitball, or fireball, rather.
And Matt and Lucy are going to use a timeout to try to regroup here. It's suddenly 7-3. We'll take this hydration break brought to you by Jigsaw Health.
Come on. What? You guys? I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Back here in Newport Beach, California, the Takeya Showcase continues. This is the first of 5 gold medal matches we'll bring you on Championship Court. The other 4 coming up tomorrow. We'll have the men's and women's singles championships as well as the doubles championships. And our coverage beginning bright and early tomorrow morning, at least in terms of Pacific time. The women's singles getting underway at 9 a.m. Approximately 10:30 will be the men's singles. The women's doubles around noon, and the men's doubles at 1:30 p.m. on Championship Court. And
Jeez.
Rob Cassidy, you are not playing tomorrow, so you'll be here all day.
I would be happy and honored to join you, Dave. This is to bring pickleball to the pickleball people.
7-3-2.
And Lucy Kovalova, Matt Wright said no blood.
This is getting intense. It's game 2, and Lucy Kovalova just spit out a tooth and told him she was fine. Nice. She's playing strong. That's high.
Oh, Ben goes up and gets it, says thank you very much.
Pulls her off balance, compromises her position. That's a tough ball.
8-3-2.
Moves it to 8-3-2. And
Point.
another favorable bounce off the net for Jardim and Johns, and they now
9-3-2.
2 points away from tying this match at a game apiece. As the wind really starting to kind of pick up a little bit here.
Yeah. That's staying
Point.
in.
That did just find the corner, and we got game point.
10-3-2. Side out.
Good hold. 3-10. It's not a bad lead.
It's not a bad lead. It's
not
not
a bad,
10-0.
It's not a bad lead.
3-10-1. Fault.
Oh, no.
Server.
Oh,
It's going
no.
to move
Second
it to
serve.
3-10-2. You hate to see that. You've got so little wiggle room.
3-10-2. Correct server. I'll repeat the score.
Correct server.
3-10-2.
Within her rights to ask and check. Matt firing away.
Oh! Ben just nonchalantly misfires.
That's a good drop from Kovalova. He wanted a little more than he was
4-10-2.
allowed to take. And here we go. Off the 3 onto the 4.
He makes up for
Side
it
out.
right there, though.
That might have been, 6 or 7 too many drives in a row. But here they are. Big hold.
10-4.
10-4-1.
A lot of match here in this best of 5.
Well, it
Point.
no longer is a
Game.
best of 5.
Final
It's now
score
a best of
11-4.
3.
You have 2 minutes
Excellent.
to switch in.
We are tied at 1 game apiece as Jans and Jardim come roaring back to win game 2, 11-3.
Win this bottle. This
Great drop from Ben.
water bottle.
And then just a huge counterpunch from Simone from that mid-court region. Usually, as an instructor, we refer to that part of the court, that midsection. It's the transition area, but the most under-practiced area on the court. And Simone's a master of that area, so you can expect those shots from her.
Timeout here in Newport Beach. Game 2 coming up in a moment. Back here in Newport Beach, Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright, they took game 1 and they give up game 2.
Game
Here's a
3,
look at
time
how
in.
they
0-0-2.
got to this gold medal match. Defeated Catherine Prento and Riley Newman in their semifinal.
Side out.
And they forced the side out to start this 3rd game.
It's a great scrap. Lucy Kovalova,
0-0-1.
her body type, she's so long and elegant, and at the same time, she's able to get so low and stable. And it's just makes for a great pickleball player.
Point.
And the point here, now Rob, we've talked about it throughout the day that the wind has really favored the team that right now is in the near court, and that is
1-0-1.
Kovalova and Wright. But if you play this thing out, and that has held form, by the way, so far. The team in the near court
Point.
has won each of the first 2 games. If you play this thing out, if this was to go to a 5th game, Wright and Kovalova would start game 5 on this end. But after the side switch, it would be
2-0-1.
Johns and Jardim to finish that game. We got a long ways to go to see if we're going to get to a game 5. We're only in game 3. Great
Point.
reaction, but a better finish by Wright right there.
Yeah, it's amazing to, in a game to 3, you pick,
3-0-1.
you'd like to pick the, the worst side so you end up on the better side, just like you said, at the side
Second
switch
serve.
of the last match, or of the last game. You know, that's why side switch is so important, as opposed to serving or receiving. In recent months, you know, smoked on the sideline from Kovalova. 4-0 here in game 3. Here we go. But fun fact to the day here, in terms of tournament play, when you choose to serve as opposed to select the side, you also get to select the ball, which might be something that you can use in your favor. It's always nice to have a ball that you're comfortable with and use that. So fun fact, the serving team gets to pick the ball they play the match with.
The Ernie by Matt Wright set up an open opportunity for Ben Johns, and he gets the side out.
0-4-1.
So 0-4 hole here for the world's #1 ranked team. They keep Johns and Jardim on the baseline. Simone, great job getting to that. Ben, the finesse shot.
Oh, carving.
Second serve.
Simone hits it into the net, so it'll move to 0-4-2.
Nice. Even today and yesterday, Dave, a couple points, I was actually defeated by what I'm going to refer to as a great singles shot. You know, those carvy shots like Ben just did. You know, those are usually pretty unique to singles. But
4-0-1.
Any observation in this game, playing singles makes your doubles much better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, great point.
Really great point and a 5-0 advantage now.
It's probably my favorite point of the match so far right there.
Well, that's because you didn't see the Simone around the post in game 1.
Point.
Woo! How about that? Finished by Lucy. And a 6-0 lead. And you wonder if Ben and Simone might be thinking about a timeout here.
6-0-1.
That's one of the great things about these tours and the the PPA. You know, this type of match would not be captured if it wasn't for the broadcast team, and so I get to go back and see that Simone ATP just by
very valid point.
By searching up the PPA and checking out all the matches this weekend.
Second serve
hits it long. The shot you got to go see though. Is in the men's semi. Patrick Smith and Jay Duvillier against Ben Johns and Matt Wright. Jay in game 2 hit a behind his back shot that he didn't even see, and it was maybe the most amazing shot I've ever seen in calling pickleball.
I was in the stands. It was glorious.
Oh, you did?
It was glorious. I freaked out. I lost my mind.
Ben forces the side out. 0-6-1.
0-6-1.
Matt Wright looking to dictate.
Point.
Oh, tough miss.
Now, contrary to my feeling about game 1, I felt like if Wright and Kovalova won game 1, Johns and Jardim would still have an excellent shot at winning this match. And I'm not going to say if they lose this third game that they still can't come back and win, but this one is way more important. This is, Wright and Kovalova take this one. It's going to put Johns and Jardim in a position they are not familiar with, having their back against the wall. So they got to dig out of this hole.
So good. Oh, so good from Matt Wright.
Second serve.
Simone was good. Matt was better.
Yeah, and here we go. So low as well.
1-6-2.
Again with that range and that flick from Matt Wright, so deadly. Here we are. Oh.
Side out.
Catches her off guard with a very high ball. And like you said, Dave, your observations of the matches, this near side has been winning according to the elements. Sometimes it just comes down to, holding break or, not being broken on that side, and it is going to come down to that side switch. So this could get interesting.
Point.
How about 7-1, Wright and Kovalova? Now a 6-point lead.
7-1-1.
Simone tracks it down.
Oh, yeah.
And Wright puts it away.
Oh, yeah.
Point.
When Matt Wright decides to pull the trigger, usually it's the right time to pull the trigger, and it ain't coming back.
8-1-1.
That's a great swing. Oh, right, cleaning up his own mess and taking the point.
And makes it 9-1.
Timeout has been called.
And
now a
huge.
timeout is
The
going to
score
be
is
taken.
9-1-1. You have 1 minute.
Johns and Jardim in a giant hole here in Game 3, trailing 9-1. We'll take a hydration break, brought to you by Jigsaw Health. Back here in Newport Beach, Simone and Ben having a little conversation, and of course Hannah Johns, who does a fantastic job as the sideline reporter for us here on our PPA Tour coverage. Rob, I asked her unofficially if
No, she looks great. She
she does look great. Always looks great. Does such a great job.
Sorry, what was your question?
Correct server.
My question was, have Simone and Ben ever had their backs up against the wall to a point
Here's it,
where
guys.
they've had to win 2 straight games to be able to win the medal? And she said they
Time
did
in.
go to 5 games once, but she thought that they
9-1-1.
had a 2-1 lead in that match in which they went to 5
Second serve.
games.
Interesting.
So they've never had unofficially, they've never had a 2-1 deficit
9-1-2.
to overcome on the PPA Tour, and they are on the verge of that here if they don't turn this game around.
Ernie, punished.
Side out.
And there's the reveal of the great, disadvantage of the Ernie is when you do decide to do it, you give up court positioning.
Absolutely.
And that's the point case right there. Beautiful example.
1-9-1.
But the best of 5 format is so fresh. We haven't seen it too often. This might be like the third or second or so time that we're seeing it. Very interesting.
Point.
So Johns and Jardim will try to climb out of this hole. Get it to 2-9-1.
2-9. That's a decent lead. Not a bad lead. Great touch from Ben as he takes the net. Oh,
Make it 3-9.
it's tough when you go toe-to-toe with Ben Johns, Some tough, tricky
3-9-1.
territory. Spin serve from Ben. Third shot drive. Oh.
Second
Oh,
serve.
beautiful.
So it'll move it to 3-9-2.
Matt Wright
3-9-2.
working hard. Ah,
Point.
So a little bit of momentum. 3 straight points now for Johns and Jardim. Still in a 5-point hole.
4-9-2.
good ball. The reset. All 4 players at the net. Oh,
Lucy was trying to put it away, and
Side out.
Simone hits the net.
it's great pressure. Over the course of that point, she doesn't go for too much. Just keeping her pinned down, almost like a submission on that.
9-4-1.
It's a great play by Lucy. Ooh. And he
Point.
pulls it out.
And here we go.
That
Game
was beautiful.
point.
10-4-1. Second serve.
That'll move us to the second server, 10-4-2. Matt joking with the
10-4-2.
crowd. What's the call? Oh, quick hands by Matt.
Great touch.
Oh,
Side out.
so the serve goes back to Johns and Jardim, who they hold off. Game point, 2 game points.
It's another one of, the,
4-10-1.
one of the phenomenal things about Ben Johns' game is on his max reach, he's still able to just manipulate that paddle so well and get what he wants out of the ball. It's incredible. Uh-oh. Oh, Matt Wright.
And then Matt hits it long,
Point.
so make it 5-10. Here come Johns and Jardim.
5-10, decent lead.
They've got 4 straight. Well, they've scored 4 of the last 5. It was
5-10,
9-1.
Exactly.
Second serve.
And that'll move to the second serve.
Push it to the second. You can hear Lucy getting
5-10,
fired
two.
up. Really wants to put this game in the books. Oh, the spin serve. Crazy. To the sideline. Oh, clutch.
Matt
Side
puts
out.
it away.
So clutch from Lucy. Countering that Ben Johns initiate.
10-5-1.
No easy task.
10-5-1.
Oof.
Second serve.
10-5-2.
There we
10-5-2.
go, game point. The drive, and it's there.
And they take it.
Final score,
They
11-5.
had a 9-1 lead. Johns and Jardim made it interesting by Wright. Kovalova, hold on, Rob.
Can you believe it?
And they have a 2-1 lead.
Can you believe it? Oh, yeah, great shot from Matt Wright. Now, interestingly, you know, if this was a best of 3,
We're done.
that's interesting that, in terms of if it were a best of 3, Lucy Kovalova, Matt Wright put it down.
Well, how
That
will-
being said, they would have switched sides in game 3, and that might have changed it, made the tale a little different, but still.
What is to come in game 4? The answer coming up after this timeout. Well, are we going to see history here in Newport Beach? Ben Johns and Simone Jardim, undefeated, perfect when it comes to winning gold medals on the PPA Tour in the mixed
four,
doubles
time
pro
in.
division. But they are down
0-0-2.
2-1, and Kovalova and Wright start game 4 with the serve.
Nice, and you see the future of this game in the crowd here, taking notes from the best of the best. ATP.
That was impressive. Maybe even better than the one in the first game, Rob
Oh,
Cassidy.
let's go.
0-0-1.
It's just getting fired up here in game 4.
Second serve.
Missed third from Ben. It's going to be second serve.
Yeah, we were in the replay and just a misfire
0-0-2.
into the net, so it's going to make
Should've
it
seen it.
0-0-2.
That's a great drop from Simone Jardim. That's a great cross court from Ben Johns. Ooh, the Ernie look.
Point.
And an early 1-0 lead now for Johns and Jardim.
1-0-2.
And those are those battles, those cross court battles. Who's going to come out on top more often? It's going to have a big factor in who's going to take this match. Gunslinging. Lucy puts it down, forced to reset. Takes the sideline and
Side
comes
out.
out on top.
And she's going to get the serve back for her team. It is worth noting, though, we talk about the team on the near court. As
Right.
of right now, 34
0-1-1.
of the 51 points have been scored by the team in the near court in this match. So double, 34-17.
Oh, the lob again.
Simone was ready for it.
Oh,
What a return by Lucy Kovalova.
inside out down the sideline of Ben Johns. So good. There she is. Fully healed from
1-1-1.
the ball she took off the cheek earlier, off the net into the cheek. Playing just fine. Super strong. Ooh, Ben
Second
with a little
serve.
revenge.
Move it to 1-1-2.
Here we go.
1-1-2.
No.
Side out.
Tricky.
So 1-1-1 on the side out.
Matt Wright was on the move when Simone struck that ball, made it very tough for him. Something we like to kind of practice in the game is if your opponent's making contact with the ball, you really want to be stationary. You don't want to reveal where you're moving to or where you're not going to be. It's called a split step if you want to Google the definition of a split step.
Out of round.
One of the most athletic things you can do in the game.
Ben asking Mark Thomas to take a look at the ball, and he does indeed
1-1-1.
change out the ball. This time the spectator caught it with one hand. By the way, it was that little kid we showed earlier.
Was it?
Yeah.
He's got good
Lucy
hands.
hits it long. Ben gets out of the way.
So Ben requested a new ball.
2-1-1.
Interesting in terms of the rules.
Second serve.
On the new ball, requesting a new ball, either A, all 4 players have to agree with it, or
2-1-2.
B, the referee can use their judgment to agree that there's something wrong with the ball, and then they can switch it
Point.
out without having all 4 players agree to it. And in this case, the referee agreed that it was out of round, which allowed for
3-1-2.
the ball switch to occur, and got a new ball, and here we go.
3-1-2.
Side out.
And side out, we'll get it back to Wright and Kovalova. And anything can happen in a 5th game here, Rob. But if you're Wright and Kovalova, you want to close this thing out in 4. You don't want to give Simone and Ben a second chance.
100%. And they're on that tough far side, like you mentioned with your observations. It'd be a great break for match. I mean, they're in the position. They take this game. They take the match. Cross-court battle between the ladies. Pushing Simone wide. Matt gets it on the ball.
Point.
Another point.
Moves it to 2-3.
For all intents and purposes,
2-3-1.
we got the Olympics going on right now, in Tokyo 2020. This is as close as you're going to get into
Point.
modern-day Olympic-level pickleball right here on this center court right now in terms of mixed doubles.
Okay, I'm going to digress for a second. Did you say intents and purposes or intensive purposes?
3-3-1.
Extensive, I think I might
You
have.
said extensive. No, which one did you say?
I might have said implementive. I'm not sure, Dave. I'll have to go.
I'm asking for a legit reason because I know
Oh,
you're
I
an
apologize.
upstate New Yorker like me.
Point.
I might have said intensive.
And the place I'm going with that is the point is for Wright and Kovalova. I think that's what we learned to say growing up in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And when I moved out of
4-3-1.
upstate New York, I found out that it's actually intents and purposes in most of the country, not
Oh, my
intensive
goodness.
purposes.
Oh,
That's why that caught my attention.
well, for all intensive purposes, Dave. Here we go. That right, confident with the drive, mixes it up.
The
Lob.
lob sets Ben up.
Wow. Oh,
Second serve.
That'll move us to 3-3-2.
that's great play. That's great play. Ben Johns maintaining control of that point
4-3-2.
despite the great defense from Kovalova Wright. 1-point game. Oh, and the
Point.
good eye. Able to hold off. Those winner attempts usually look nice and juicy, but
5-3-2.
smart play. Letting that ball go out.
5-3-2. Wright and Kovalova.
Creeping in. Oh,
Side out.
See the frustration out of Matt.
going up on that.
He would love to have that one back.
He was certainly in control and had a lot of options.
3-5-1.
2-point game. Kovalova Wright up here in the game that can win them the match. Oh, Ben getting huge. Simone taking her time getting up. All 4 players at the net. Great footwork from Simone, but the ATP is good.
Oh, Lucy Kovalova. That's the kind of shot that it will win you a match.
3-5-2.
So clutch. Nothing Ben could do about it.
Nice dig there by Ben.
Side out.
And the side out will get it back to Wright and Kovalova.
It's a great hold here in, the most important game of the match so
5-3-1.
far here. They pulled this
6
game out.
Points away.
The drive. The drop. Oh,
Simone
serve.
benefits from the net.
if I could use the term loosely, that was a lucky one for Wright Kovalova there.
5-3-2.
Getting away with one there. Oh, yeah. And a good eye again.
Point.
So good.
Make it 6-3.
Ben's looking a little disgruntled.
Yes.
Kovalova checking the correct server. Not going
6-3-2.
to make that mistake again. Here we go. Oh, great
Side
ball
out.
from Ben.
And that'll get the serve back for Johns and Jardim. Ben Johns trying to go for a triple crown here in Newport Beach. He'll play for the singles and the men's doubles
3-6-1.
gold tomorrow, but got to get the first one first.
Tonight here at the
Second serve.
Takeya Showcase.
3-6-2.
Oh,
Point.
tough ball.
Moves it to 4-6-2.
Suddenly a 2-point game as opposed to a side out.
4-6-2.
You know, this is where, Dave, where every point starts to get that much more critical. Even if it's just game 4. Just game 4. Ernie, look.
Oh, fault.
Fault called on Matt Wright.
Point. Right foot.
Right
Matt
foot
Wright.
from Matt Wright.
But the right foot from Matt Wright was the wrong foot.
We got the dual ref system here.
5-6-2.
The referee with the correct angle made the call.
Yeah, Don
Some-
Stanley explaining it.
You know, the more eyes you have on that kitchen line, the better. You know,
Side out.
The technology is in manpower. Even when you watch the Olympics, in terms of the linesmen and the refereeing in those games,
6-5-1.
there's plenty to learn for the great game of pickleball.
Serve goes back to Wright and Kovalova, clinging to the 6-5 lead.
Simone tried to tell him. Simone with an inside out of her own, but Matt able to put it down.
And that'll make it 7-5.
This is fantastic. Now, Dave, if
7-5-1.
Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova take this match, I mean, nothing short of historical, am I correct?
Second serve.
It's historic in the PPA annals. I mean, at some point, Ben Johns and Simone Jardim are
7-5-2.
going to not win a gold. it's only a matter of time.
That's to be determined.
But is it going to happen in this tournament?
Side out.
It's not there yet as Johns and Jardim get the serve back, trailing 5-7-1.
Kovalova and Wright can smell it,
5-7-1.
but they're going to have to stay focused if they want to pull this one out because Ben Johns and Simone Jardim are ever present.
They got a hold here.
The dink volley. Right?
Did he catch the line?
Second serve.
No, it stayed. He held on, second server.
It did just catch the line. Take another look.
5-7-2.
That was nice.
Beautiful replays from Championship Court here. Brought to you by the PPA, Professional Pickleball Association. And another great dink battle between the ladies. Chip shot. Ben neutralizes.
Side out.
And Ben hits it long. So Wright and Kovalova with the 2-point lead, getting the serve back.
It's awesome stuff. One of the great demands of the game of pickleball, you know, that
7-5-1.
balance of, you know, precision and power and when to be and how offensive you need to be.
Just
Second
a
serve.
miss hit there by Lucy. That's the other thing that's a big part of it is just, you know,
7-5-2.
unforced errors. And
You know it. Oh, drives her way out of that one. Scoops
nice
it.
dig. Man with the lob. Ben able to track it down.
Right. Keeps it in play. Oh, no. No, and an impossible ball for
Point.
Ben.
And Lucy puts up her hand and says sorry, but really not sorry. That's going to make it 8-5.
Such a great point. Such a great point.
Yes.
And I got to highlight that lob from Matt Wright.
8-5-2.
You know, taking that ball out of the air. That's a volley lob. which is an advanced and effective
Oh,
ball.
oh.
Just as effective as taking the ball
Timeout
off the
has been
net.
called by the receiving team.
Off
The
the
score is
net,
9-5-2.
it'll make
You
it
have 1 minute.
9-5. And Johns and Jardim use the timeout. Wright and Kovalova 2 points away from an historic win here in mixed doubles. Well, Rob Cassidy, the fans thought it would be all Jardim and John. 73% picked them to win this match. But right now, it is
Time
Matt
in.
Wright and Lucy Kovalova 2 points away after the
Yes.
timeout.
9-5-2.
Jardim and Johns trying to stem the tide. Kovalova trying to get it to a game point. Instead, Johns
Side out.
poaches, and he gets the serve back.
There he is, ever present,
5-9-1.
not going anywhere. 5-9-1. Ooh,
Second
tough
serve.
third shot miss. Simone really can't believe it on that one. But again, that third shot drive,
5-9-2.
arguably the most important and most difficult shot in pickleball. Not as easy as it looks. Lob.
Lob, and that's
Side
going to
out.
be deep, and the serve going back to Wright and Kovalova with 2 points away.
Free side out on their
9-5-1.
own timeout. Here we go. Oh, tough ball.
Second serve.
You know, all things considered, Lucy Kovalova, Matt Wright definitely showed up
9-5-2.
to play. Oh,
Side out.
And they squander a huge opportunity there.
yeah. Perhaps a little anxious, but absolutely, you know, 2 unforced errors to put the ball back in the deadly hands of Ben
5-9-1.
John, Simone Jardim. You see Jardim is rallying and moving her feet. That's a bad sign for anybody on the other side of the net. Oh, Matt Wright getting huge. Ben capturing it. Oh, the follow-up from Simone.
Second serve.
Matt Wright, great work at the net and on that kitchen line there.
Tough day at the office.
So
5-9-2.
5-9-2. Can they hold one more time?
Oh, yeah. Wright is so solid right now.
Yes,
Side
they
out.
can hold one more time.
Here we go, Dave.
They get it back at 9-5.
9-5-1. Second serve.
9-5-2 now. How about Simone and Ben also with
9-5-2.
3 straight holds now? Can they get the serve back again?
Forced to the patient game, as great players make great players do.
And
Side
a
out.
lob effort there is long by Matt Wright.
And an impatient decision from Matt right there. That's when people, you know, when you see them
5-9-1.
start to use the lob like a winner attempt, that's what leads to unforced errorville.
Point.
And then Ben Johns off of Lucy Kovalova to get it to 6-9.
6-9-1.
Nice drop from Ben.
Point.
Yep.
Make it
there it is.
7-9. Here they come.
Sometimes the third is just so beautiful that not only is it not attackable, but, you know, just
7-9-1.
handcuffs the player on the other side of the net. Here goes again. Great movement from Matt Wright. Oh, he gets the paddle on it. Kovalova!
And
Second
that
serve.
is going to move it to the second server.
Seven, 9-2.
Lucy is playing some of her best pickleball.
Side out.
It's fantastic how good she's been today, and they're going to get the serve back again.
There's the smackdown from Matt Wright.
9-7-1.
Oh, there's one.
Second serve.
You know, I mean, obviously they really don't want to let them get to that infamous 10, but Here we are in that critical stage of the
9-7-2.
match here in Game 4 of the Mixed Pro Doubles Final.
This is their 6th opportunity to get it to 10 points. They've been unsuccessful in the previous 5.
Oh, yeah.
And make
Side
it
out.
6 straight unsuccessful.
Unbelievable. And, you know, you can't forget the fact that Johns and Jardim are chipping away here. It's a 2-point game.
7-9-1.
This is going to be a big hold for them if they can pull it off. There's the drop.
Point.
Make it 8-9.
Here we go, Dave.
Timeout has been called by the
And
receiving
Wright and
team. The score
Kovalova
is
have
8-9-1.
decided
You
they
have 1
need
minute.
to use a timeout. So, oh, how things have turned. Johns and Jardim, their backs against the wall, and they've closed it to a 1-point game. Let's take a hydration break, brought to you by Jigsaw Health.
Right? Right there? Right there. Maybe. That's a strong maybe. How about over here? Good work out.
Well, things have gotten interesting here. Dave Benz, Rob Cassidy, and our championship court crew along with you from Newport
Time in.
Beach, California.
8-9-1.
Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright still clinging to the lead, but clinging is the operative word here as Johns and Jardim trying to tie this
Point.
game up, and they just have. It is knotted now at 9-9-1.
9-9-1.
Ben Johns has dialed it in. This game has just opened right up again.
Simone going back and forth with Lucy. Lucy switches it up, gets it to Ben, now Matt. Both teams being patient.
Not going for too much. Just that chess match that we witness at the top level here. Whoa. Oh, my
Nice dig
goodness.
by Lucy, but then Ben puts it away, and it's a
Point.
10-9 lead now.
Unbelievable.
And Johns and Jardim a
10-9,
point
one.
away from forcing this to a 5th game. You
So
hear
good.
a pin drop right here, Rob.
Yeah.
Wright speeds it up, and now gets
Oh!
slowed back
Second
down, and
serve.
then Johns into the net. So that'll move us to 10-9-2. All that, and it's still going to be a game point as it just changes the server.
10-9-2.
Can they hold one more time, Kovalova and Wright?
Point.
Yeah.
Game.
Cannot. We're going to go to
11-9.
5 games.
Game
You have
5.
2 minutes.
Fourth game, don't go anywhere.
Johns and Jardim come back.
Stand up. Let's give a big hand.
It's just a strong composure from Jardim Johns to really stay in that match, and that beautiful third shot drive from Ben putting the pressure on Kovalova. So low to the net, not an easy ball to return. Great shot, great confidence.
So what
Here comes
was
game 5.
What was a best of 5 becomes a best of 1.
Here we go.
One game for gold, and it's going to be coming your way after this timeout here on Championship Court.
Seventh inning stretch. Welcome back to the Mixed Doubles Finals. Gold medal match here at the Takeya Showcase PPA event. Simone Jardim and Ben Johns versus Matt Wright
Game
and
5,
Lucy
time in.
Kovalova.
0-0-2.
Game 5 to 11. Win by 2. Switch sides at 6. There is no sudden death, as this is single elimination. This is the game to rule them all.
Side out.
Off the net for the first side out of this game. Here we go, folks. Thanks for joining us around the world at this PPA event at the Newport Beach Pickleball and
0-0-1.
Tennis Club. Beautiful venue, fantastic crowd, fantastic weather, fantastic competition. Oh,
Point.
great ball from Kovalova as she is clearly driven in this final game.
1-0-1.
Slicey return from Ben. Follows it up
Second
with some
serve.
pressure. Catches Matt Wright off guard. And Dave, as you mentioned earlier,
1-0-2.
you know, this near side has won just about every game that we've observed today, for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, if you went back and then I think maybe one game the entire day that I've seen has been won by the team on the
Side
front
out.
court.
I'm curious to see in this first this first best of 5 match that we've seen this tournament, I'm curious to see how Pinnacle or
0-1-1.
Roll, the side switch in game 5 comes into play here.
Yeah, well, you also don't know how the winds will be tomorrow. They could shift, so
For sure.
Second serve.
that'll move us to the second serve.
Here we go, Ben Johns.
0-1-2.
Hats off. Just a grueling beast out there right now.
Johns wants that triple crown here in Newport Beach. He also wants to stay perfect with gold in the mixed doubles alongside Simone.
Ben Johns, Simone Jardim, the best of the best. Matt Wright looking to put that name to the test. Simone keeping Matt honest.
I feel like Ben's going to interject himself here.
Oh yeah, there's no reason to hold back now, as if he ever would.
I think Matt and Lucy sensing that too. They're trying to keep it away from Ben.
Here we go, game 5. So good.
So much patience.
Ben's gonna take it.
Who's going to speed it up? Somebody's going to speed it up.
Essentially, Matt is keeping Ben there right now. The lob.
Ben able to track it down.
Ooh, little drop shot allows them to get back to the line. Quite the point we have here, Dave. Off the net.
The ATP and the return by Simone. Wow.
Point.
Wow. Wow.
That was something else, that entire exchange. I don't know how many times the ball crossed the net, but it might have approached triple digits. That was a
1-1-2.
lot.
A lot going on there. And you can see, you know, that ATP kind of pulled Matt into the kitchen there, so he wasn't even allowed to make a play on that ball, at least out of the air.
Point.
Then Ben with
There's
the
the
backhand
yeah.
winner. And now a 2-1 lead for Johns and Jardim. And I'll tell you what, if they can be the team in the lead at the side switch, that would be overwhelmingly favorable for them.
2-1-2.
As far as morale goes, you can kind of see that Ben's in a really good place right now. Very confident with his strokes. He's going to put him to good use. Matt Wright's going to need to dig deep and find some hidden energy to pull this one out.
Side out.
Kovalova.
Yeah, stepping up. Maybe that's where he'll find it. Rocking her Onyx and Fila
1-2-1.
attire.
Second
Nice
serve.
decision to let that go. That'll move it to 1-2-2.
1-2-2.
Again, our coverage tomorrow gets underway bright and early, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Let's go.
Point.
We'll begin it as a point ties it
Yes.
up at 2-2. We'll begin it with the women's singles tomorrow.
2-2-2.
Tie game here, game 5. The deciding game. Oh! Oh, good eye.
Side out.
And the side out gets it back to Johns and Jardim. That'll be Anna Lee Waters and Catherine Parento
2-2-1.
in the women's singles final tomorrow. Ben Johns and Jay Duvillier
Oh, yeah.
in the men's
Point.
singles
That's
final.
going to be a great match. Those are both going to be great matches. But I always look forward to watching Jay Duvier battle with Ben Johns. And
3-2-1.
I always expect to learn a thing or two, but they just, singles still melts my mind, Dave.
Second serve.
Move to the second serve. Notice that
3-2-2.
as this match has gone on, by the way, early in the match, Ben Johns was really kind of experimenting with that serve where he kind of rests it on the paddle to get some English on it. He's gone away from that, the more traditional serve.
Great
Side out.
textbook Ernie from Matt Wright. But, yeah, absolutely, you know, Ben Johns, you know, if there's advantage to be gained, he's definitely going to explore it. You know, he found perhaps his limits or what he wants to do or not do with it.
2-3-1.
But a little easier to experiment when you feel like you've got the upper hand. When you're playing from behind, you get back to the basics.
Sure. Definitely. So that's great advice, Dave. Great advice.
Great hustle to get to the net there for Ben Johns.
Oof.
And that does
Second
land
serve.
in bounds.
That's that perfect balance of pressure and discipline to keep that ball on the court.
2-3-2.
Harsh angle. Matt's there.
Point.
Oh, and
That
a
was
just
out.
miss.
Yeah, good call, though. It was definitely out. So ties us at 3. So
3-3-2.
a race to 8.
Yeah. Well, switch sides at 6. Wright and Kovalova really, just like you said, that first game of this match, they're going to want to get to that 6 first before that side switch. They got to build their lead right now if they want any chance of surviving on what's said to be the lesser side, the far side right now, from our perspective. Great patience here. Oh, Lucy's moving good. The ATP. Yay!
And it's
Point.
executed perfectly.
It's beautiful.
The irony on all that about the side is Lucy, when she was on with us on the broadcast earlier today,
Yeah.
she was the one who pointed it
You
out.
have 4.
Because when I first came on, I
Yes.
didn't think the wind was that big of a deal.
4,
She said,
3-2.
"Oh no,
Yeah.
this wind is huge here today."
Yeah. It's awesome with these points. You know, the little nuances of pickleball can kind of foretell what's going to occur. You know, Kovalova's moving great
Point.
during that dink battle with Simone, and you know, all of a sudden she's able to pull off this ATP with just high mobile
5-3-2.
athleticism. Awesome stuff. It all adds up, Dave. It all adds up.
A point away from the side switch.
Unbelievable. Here we are.
Point.
And it lands
There
in.
it is.
Wright
Timeout.
puts
Score
the
is
fist in the
6-3-2.
air.
You have 1 minute switch
So
in.
they will go to the side switch with the 6-3 lead. Will it be enough? As the wind now is going to favor Jardim and Johns. We'll take a hydration break. The sprint to the finish after this, brought to you by Jigsaw Health. Well, the fans have been entertained with a good one here in Newport Beach. Kovalova and Wright won 2 of the first 3 games. They won game 1, game 3. They're hoping to win game 5. Games 2 and games 4 went to Jardim and Johns.
6-3-2.
And 6-3-2 in favor of Wright and Kovalova. But the side switch now favors
Side out.
Jardim and Johns. And they get the serve on the side out.
3-6-1.
Oh,
Simone was
Oh.
ready for it, but
Second
then she
serve.
hits long.
fantastic pressure from Kovalova. Just so stable, so low.
3-6-2.
It's a great play. Here we go.
Side out.
How about that hold?
Yep. That's tough. That third shot. If you don't give that third shot drop the effort that it deserves, that's
6-3-1.
going to be the outcome that you're going to get.
Great firefight.
That posture is not easy.
Another lengthy exchange between these two great teams.
It's the epitome of great dinking.
And great patience. Off the lob, John says, I'll put
Second
that
serve.
away.
Such a great point, so long, and to kind of put all your eggs in one basket on that point, to
6-3-2.
go for that lob. Yes, it was staying in play, but the great reach and mobility of Ben Johns is going to punish the snot out of that if he's ready for it. Whoa!
Side out.
And now the side out will get the serve back to Johns and Jardim.
Here we go.
3-6-1.
Oh, that's a
Second
great
serve.
ball from Kovalova.
Moves it to 3-6-2.
That forehand.
3-6-2.
Simone and Ben have yet to score since the side switch.
Off the
Point.
net and out.
Now they get their first point since the switch to make it 4-6.
Four, 6-2.
Simone working her way in. She's achieved it. Oh!
Side out.
Simone trying to get the ATP. Instead, she catches the post. So 6-4-2, Wright and Kovalova.
6-4-1.
They've yet to score since the side switch.
Oh!
Second serve.
Ernie cross-court dink. Unsuccessful.
It has cooled off quite a bit here
6-4-2.
in Newport Beach.
That being said, it's still very wet and sweaty on that court, as these have been long days in the heat. A lot of perspiration. Tactical dinking here. Mixing it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, good patience from Simone to not pull the trigger there. Oh, so smooth. The lob is up. It's down.
Ben able to track it down.
Gotta work their way back in. And they
do.
do. So tense at this point.
And we're still only in the middle of the game.
Oh, so low. This point is getting ridiculous. World-class pickleball, folks.
Switches it up, and oh, it pays dividends. Wow. It was a good time to try to pull something off, and even better execution.
That entire exchange, and that was way too high to give to the likes of Matt Wright. And notice he didn't win that point
You have seven.
with pace, but with placement. Right to
are
that
good.
open court. So good. Such a
7-4-2.
great shot. Great point. Great rally. Here we go. Off the 6, Dave. Huge point.
Side out.
And that's the
Side
thing.
out.
That's it right there. When it feels like everybody's catching their breath, Ben Johns strikes. It's amazing. I think they have a word for it. Youth,
Talent.
Second serve.
talent. That's the accurate word too.
4-7-2.
He is a workhorse. He's got that great endurance that this game demands. He's a very calculated, smart player.
And he's got 2 more 5-game matches tomorrow.
Well,
potentially 5 games.
there she is. Oh, he brings it back. Oh,
Matt
out.
Wright.
such dictation from Matt Wright there. And I honestly, there's this confident aura that's been on Matt this entire game. It's really
7-4-1.
great execution on his part. And what did you mention earlier, Dave, that they were feeling good about today? Is that how what they told
Lucy
you?
said they felt like they were on the verge of a breakthrough.
Nice. That's a great feeling. Eureka. Oh, he's on it. So is Ben. She pulls the trigger. Matt gets his paddle on it.
Oh
Takes
my
over. It's
goodness,
out.
But that's deep.
Some disbelief from the crowd around. One of our tournament directors, Connor
8-4-1.
Ogden, looks on and with a very impressed facial expression. Here we go. Wow, wow, wow.
And that is deep.
Second serve.
So moved to 8-4-2.
That's a great eye from Ben to let that ball go. Dave, you're a 4-5 player, right?
Oh, yeah.
8-4-2.
And not at all.
Yes,
In
yeah.
my mind, I'm a 4-5 player.
All right. Well, you know how important it is to be able to let that ball go and having that in your bag of tricks. Oh, they had to
Point.
wait and watch as that ball landed out. Another point on the board.
You're good. 9-4-2.
The firepower. Into the finesse.
Point.
So good.
That's going to move it.
And how can you not be confident when you have technique like that?
Timeout has
Match
been called by the receiving
point.
team. The score is 10-4-2.
And it's
You have 1
a
minute.
timeout taken here by Johns and Jardim. Their backs up against the wall like never before. Are we going to see history? We'll find out on the other side of this hydration break, brought to you by Jigsaw Health. Well, here we go. Ben Johns and Simone Jardim. They have
Time in.
never lost in
10-4-2.
mixed doubles in the PPA Tour. Is tonight the night?
Side out.
Instead, out of the timeout, they force the side out. They get the serve back. They are still breathing in a 4-10 hole.
You guys want to check it?
Ball, Ben requests a ball check. The referee
4-10-1.
checked the ball. He asked if anybody else wanted to check it, and everyone is all right and agreed to a ball switch, because there is tons of respect on the court for all 4 players.
And Matt Wright puts it
Second
where
serve.
Ben Johns can't catch up to it. That'll move us to 4-10-2.
Ben currently has kind of a frustrated
4-10-2.
demeanor about him. Down 6 here in this game 5 of this gold medal match. Forced to let Simone play the ball. Matt Wright swings him to his own sideline. Opens it up for Kovalova. And that ball is out.
Side
And
out.
we're going to again have a match point.
Such a well drawn up play on the fly, as pickleball demands a lot of improvisation out there. It's kind of the art to it, to be creative. Here we go.
10-4-1.
Match point.
Championship point.
Second
Not
serve.
so fast, says Ben Johns. I'll move it to 10-4-2.
10-4-2. Side out.
Lucy was trying to put it away. Instead, serve going back to Johns and Jardim.
As senior pro Dane
4-10-1.
Gingrich would put it, he would probably say, that's okay, that's in the budget.
We will see. We will see. ATP defended.
And
Wow.
Wright puts it away.
Second serve.
Wow. Awesome play. And on to the next
14-2.
one. So good.
Point.
That's only the second point Johns and Jardim have scored since the side switch.
5-10-2.
Nice lob into a miss hit from Kovalova.
Wow.
Bernie for point.
Side out.
And that's the second time in this game that Matt Wright has broken up the dink and patience game with an aggressive
10-5-1.
play, and it's the second time it's worked. And we got championship point again.
It's a great drop.
Point.
And
Game.
there it is.
That's gonna do it.
History in Newport Beach. For the first time ever on the PPA Tour, a gold medal is going to a duo other than Simone Jardim and Ben Johns. Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright are your champions here at the Takeya Showcase in Newport Beach. Another look at championship point. And Ben Johns just misfires, and that's it.
So good.
What a match.
A well-deserving Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova. So determined that whole match. Just fantastic play. Put Simone Jardim and Ben Johns to the test.
Lucy
coming
told
out
me
on
earlier
top.
today that she thought maybe they were on the verge of a breakthrough. They do break through. We will hear
Here we are.
from the gold medalists after this timeout here on Championship Court.
What's going on with our freaking monitor?
I don't know.
He was doing it a little.
Well, a 5-set classic in the mixed doubles gold medal match. She's Kovalova and Wright win gold for the first time ever on the PPA Tour, and the winners are standing by with Hannah Johns.
Excited to introduce to you all our 2021 Takeya Showcase champions. Guys, congratulations. That was a fantastic match. Went to 5. How on earth did you get the result that you just made?
Yeah, it was tough. We were so close in the fourth game, right? And we've never been able to overcome the hurdle. And you get a 9-5 lead in the fourth, and you're thinking we're so close, and they come back. That's pretty dispiriting going into the fifth game. But Lucy was so good today. She was just, she carried me, and she was dinking so well at the end. And we rallied, and sometimes it's just your day. We were lucky.
You guys have come so close in the past, taking silver at so many of our events already this year. How much better does it feel to take home the gold instead?
Well, much better, that's for sure. No, I want to just say Matt played amazing. There's the camera, hi. He had amazing hands, and he carried me. Not the other way around, but...
They don't seem to think so.
No. We just have fun together, and it felt special to win. For change.
All right, guys, this is a big win. How are you going to celebrate this one?
I don't know. We'll go to dinner somewhere, and I don't know. We'll talk about it. We have to come back and play tomorrow, so we can't get too crazy. But we'll go somewhere fun and enjoy this victory.
Lucy?
Beautiful.
Well, I go with him, so anywhere he wants to go.
Well, I know Matt is a big Scotch drinker, so maybe it will involve
Whoa.
Scotch on Sunday night.
I don't know, maybe. I might have a drink. We'll see.
I will buy him a drink.
All right, there you heard it. We're going to bring Connor Pardo on court now to present you with your Takeya Bottles gold medal bottle trophies. Congratulations.
Nice. Upgrade.
Connor.
On behalf of the PPA and also of Takeya, we just want to present you with these gold medal water bottles. First off, that was just an amazing match. That was great for the sport. It was great to see that. I know you guys have been close so many times, even starting with the first time you guys played in the final in Mesa. So just congratulations to you guys. We're super happy for you, and we're just grateful to have you here on the PPA Tour. That was phenomenal play, and it was a real treat to pickleball people everywhere. So thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.
And thanks to the Pardos and their family for everything they do. Let's give them a round of applause, because without them, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you.
Congratulations again, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Dave. We have one more match that we're going to show, but on a different broadcast on the PPA stream. So if you want to continue watching, head on over to YouTube and Facebook. You're going to find that match there. Thanks.
All right, thank you very much, Hannah. And what a day it was for us here on Championship Court. Again, you can follow the stream if you want to watch the bronze medal match for the men's doubles. We will resume our coverage tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern on Championship Court, beginning with the women's singles. But what a day it was here on Championship Court. We have a brand new gold medalist in mixed doubles. Congratulations to Matt Wright and Lucy Kovalova. For Rob Cassidy and Michelle Esquivel and Jay Duvillier and Lucy Kovalova, who all joined the broadcast today, as well as Hannah Johns, who did a fantastic job, and the rest of our Championship Court crew. I'm Dave Benz saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow from here in Newport Beach.